A dummy that isn't just staring back, but blinking, moving, and opening a locked case on its own. This is the story of Mr. Fritz, a ventriloquist dummy from the World War II era. Decades old, decapitated, and according to security footage, still active. The footage was captured inside a private collection in Liverpool, England. The owner collected historical oddities, antique toys, wartime artifacts, stage props. Nothing supernatural, at least not intentionally. Mr. Fritz was one of the smallest items in the collection. A ventriloquist dummy head. No body, just the head, wooden, hand-painted, with a permanently fixed expression that seemed too aware. The dummy was kept inside a locked glass display case, the kind that requires a physical key, no remote mechanism, no motion sensors inside, and no reason for it to ever move. That changed one night. The owner had installed a basic overnight CCTV system. Nothing advanced, just enough to monitor for break-ins. The cameras were motion activated and recorded in short bursts. Most nights, the footage showed nothing but shadows, dust, and occasional light flickers. But on this night, the camera activated repeatedly. At first, nothing seems unusual. The room is empty. The lights are off. Mr. Fritz sits motionless inside his case. Then, if you watch closely, his eyes blink. Not a lighting trick, not a shadow passing over glass. A clear, deliberate blink. A few seconds later, his mouth moves. It opens slightly, then closes again. There is no sound, no vibration in the room. Nothing else moves. Then the footage cuts. The next clip begins several minutes later. This time the camera angle is closer. The dummy's face fills most of the frame. His eyes are open wider now, and they appear to be looking directly at the camera. The mouth opens again, wider this time, slow, controlled. And then something happens that made the owner immediately review the footage frame by frame. The glass case door opens. You can see it clearly. The reflection shifts, the hinge moves, the case was locked. No one was in the building, and the key was still in the owner's pocket the next morning. As the door opens, faint white orbs drift across the frame. Small, slow moving. They don't behave like dust. They move with intention, changing direction mid-air. Skeptics later claimed it was airborne debris, but the owner insists the room had been cleaned that day, and no similar orbs appear on any other night. The camera records for nearly 40 seconds, then shuts off. The final clip of the night is the most disturbing. The dummy's eyes are half closed now, as if relaxed, as if satisfied. And then, the case door slowly closes from the inside. This CCTV footage was recorded outside an emergency room at a hospital in India. The area is flat. There is no visible slope. No people are near the wheelchair. The chair is stationary at first. At approximately 10 seconds into the clip, the wheelchair begins to move forward on its own. No one touches it. There are no visible cables, strings, or mechanical devices attached. The movement is slow and continuous. What stands out is the direction change. The wheelchair does not roll in a straight line. It slightly turns, then corrects its path, then turns again. This continues for several seconds. A security guard notices the movement. You can see his reaction clearly. He stops walking, looks directly at the wheelchair, steps back. The wheelchair continues rolling forward. It travels an estimated distance of nearly 70 feet. Throughout the movement, the wheels do not wobble. The chair does not tip. The speed remains consistent. The automatic doors nearby do not open during this time. No sudden air movement is visible. The wheelchair eventually comes to a stop on its own. The guard looks around the area, checking for anyone responsible. No one appears. The footage ends shortly after. There is no official explanation attached to this clip. Some suggest uneven flooring or air pressure. Others point out the controlled direction changes. What can be confirmed is this: the wheelchair moves, no one is pushing it, and everyone watching notices. It's just after 2 a.m. The office building in Manchester is completely empty. Lights are dimmed. Computers are left in sleep mode. Chairs pushed in. Everything looks normal. The security cameras are running, as they always do. Nothing unusual happens for the first few minutes. Then it starts. The main entrance door handle moves. At first, it's subtle, almost like someone testing it from the outside. The handle turns slowly downward. There's no one standing there. No reflection in the glass. No shadow. The latch clicks. The door unlocks. It doesn't swing open immediately. It just sits there for a moment, slightly unlatched. Then you hear it. A faint scraping sound. The handle shifts again. This time, the door pushes inward a few inches. The movement is controlled, deliberate, and no one walks in. The hallway remains empty. Seconds later, something else appears. Near the reception desk, in the lobby camera's view, a darker shape forms. It doesn't walk in from anywhere. It doesn't enter through the door. It just manifests within the frame. It's not a solid figure, more like a distortion in the light. A human-sized shadow where no shadow should be. And then it fades, almost like smoke thinning out. The footage cuts to the main office floor. Rows of desks, empty chairs. One chair near the center of the room begins to move. It doesn't fall over. It doesn't tip. It slides backward smoothly, as if someone has just stood up from it. It drags across the floor for several feet, stops. There is no one behind it, no hand visible. In another department, a second camera captures something more aggressive. Another chair jerks backward suddenly. This one isn't slow, it's pulled with force. The legs scrape loudly against the floor. It twists slightly, as if being dragged by someone impatient. The computer monitor flickers. Just one at first. The screen flashes. A few seconds pass. Then every computer in that room flickers at the exact same time. All of them. The footage jumps back to the main entrance. The door handle starts moving again. This time it's different. It's violent. The handle twists rapidly back and forth. It rattles as if someone is trying to tear it off. The door shakes in its frame. You can almost feel the force behind it, but there's still no one there. Then the cameras inside capture something else. Drawers in one of the offices begin sliding open, slowly at first. One drawer, then another. Metal runners scraping against the frame. They stop halfway out, then push further, as if someone unseen is searching. The tension builds, and then one drawer flies open completely. Files explode outward. Papers shoot into the air. They don't just fall, they're thrown. A cupboard door swings open next. Inside are stacked folders. They burst out onto the floor. Binders tumble across the room. More drawers open. More files scatter. The air fills with loose sheets of paper. It's no longer subtle movement. It's chaotic, aggressive, focused. Then suddenly it stops. The room is a mess. Papers covering the floor. Chairs displaced. Silence again. A side office door slowly opens. It creaks outward. No one stands in the doorway. After a few seconds, it closes again. Moments later, in a different hallway, two doors open at the same time. Perfectly synchronized. They stay open briefly, then shut together. No delay, no visible cause. Just coordinated movement. After that, nothing else happens. The building remains quiet. The cameras keep recording. No person enters. No person leaves. When employees arrive the next morning, the destruction is real. Chairs out of place. Files scattered across the floor. Drawers open. There are no signs of forced entry. All locks are intact. The alarm system never triggered. The footage shows no human presence. No one was caught inside. Investigators reviewed the recordings repeatedly. They checked for wires, mechanical interference, electrical surges. Nothing was found. Skeptics argue air pressure changes, structural shifts. They don't explain synchronized doors, or objects thrown with force, or a handle twisting like someone was desperate to get in. leave it up to you guys whether this was done intentionally or something paranormal really happened that day. You guys decide and tell me in comment section. And if you want me to encounter some ghost videos, then email me on whispered478@gmail.com. And as always, I'll end this video here. Stay safe, stay spooky, and goodbye, Pookie.